Hey everyone, the Weather Authority team, Zach, Peyton, and I, and Josh Rugger, that's live from Bella Vista. We're giving you a live weather update. We're looking at the shelf cloud that's rolling in for the Northwest. And hey, we already want to provide some updates because we've got severe thunderstorm warnings that are on the way. Josh, you are in Bella Vista. What are you seeing right now, man?
Yeah, right now, just trying to get a visual of that shelf cloud rolling in. It's not quite gotten over that hill yet. I'm looking off to the northwest here. So this storm that I'm looking at is a little bit weaker, going on just to the northwest of Bella Vista. But then if I turn a little more towards the north, more towards Cassville, that storm over there is a little bit stronger. I've seen a little bit of lightning off of that storm already. But right now, these storms are moving off to the southeast, and we'll see if we can see that shelf cloud feature pretty soon.
So we've got we're watching that storm that's in Berry County. You mentioned how it was getting stronger. Did it get
Yep.
upgraded to considerable? And tornado possible too.
Yep.
Yep.
It definitely looks a whole lot stronger visually.
Yep.
Um,
So we're going to be watching that closely as that storm continues to track eastward. We'll see this maybe change. But here's what we've got: severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect until 8 o'clock. Thunderstorms rolling in. You want to see the lightning? Let's check out how much lightning this has. So
see how much
the
you
lightning is a little more intense on the storm to the north, and as you mentioned, a weaker line that's beginning to approach northern Benton County. Weak or not, I don't care. It's still got lightning and it's still got a lot of rain that's coming in, and that could be an issue for the concert tonight. In fact, I've already heard there's been some adjustments, cancellations of parts of it. There's a bunch of stuff going on with that.
And I just saw a CG on that northwestern storm too, Dan, near Pineville, just a few moments ago. So it's starting to roll in right now.
All right, so here's let's give you a two shot here. Here's a Bentonville Square, as we mentioned, looking off to the north. CG happening, which is a cloud to ground lightning strike. Then you got the shelf cloud that's beginning to approach Bella Vista. Josh Rugger and I were all tracking these storms here, and as of now, not anything immediately too concerning with tornado potential in northwest Arkansas or in northeast Oklahoma. But there is that area that's in northern Berry County that's a little bit concerning. And Peyton, you've been watching this close, been keeping an eye on this. You've been tracking this the entire evening. What are you seeing with that storm?
I see it's pretty sus, so to speak.
Pretty sus, yeah.
But this little nub that's starting to come out here. I don't know if they're on Mega Doppler or not.
No, we'll be here in just a second.
But
bring you up here.
The stuff in Berry County is a little bit concerning. I think it'll continue its track southeastward. But in the chance that it does die south, it will be diving into a more favorable environment. So that'll be something to watch. I'm watching this little guy right here, this little part, and see what it does. Could be something interesting.
All right. Well, we're going to continue to track that, watch that. There's that severe thunderstorm warning. Now, look, it's got quarter-size hail, and that's the northern end of the line where it's a little more balanced. You're mentioning about the balanced UDCZ. That's where that potential would be more balanced.
Oh, yeah.
There is a little bit of a essential circulation that's trying to show up, so that's why it says tornado possible. We are on a radar site that's a little bit far away from seeing that storm. Should we switch to Springfield, or should we stay on this because the storms are moving into northwest Arkansas? What do you think? Switch? Let's switch. Yeah, we're going to switch. So stand by. While we're switching, Josh, what you seeing, man?
Yeah, starting to see that shelf cloud feature. I'm looking off to the northwest. I'm looking at that storm near Pineville right now. Starting to see the front edge of that shelf cloud moving in over the horizon. If I go a little bit farther to the north, I'm looking more towards that storm. Again, that's in Berry County right now that we were just talking about. Peyton was just talking about near Cassville. I saw a couple of CGs over there as well. So that storm is quite a bit stronger. I still haven't seen any from this one that's off to my northwest right now in McDonald County. But that Berry County storm definitely starting to ramp up, it looks like, from here. I'm a little bit far away, too far away to see if there's any lowering or anything. But definitely the structure looks a little bit better with this storm that's due north.
Due north, absolutely, yeah, north and a little bit northeast. So we got the new radar loaded. I'll have Peyton have control of this. Notice the reflectivity nub that's happening. So we could be looking at potential tornado possible with this storm that's just to the east of Purdy. And you say that is the warning that was issued, right, Zach?
Yeah, tornado possible. 70-mile-per-hour winds, so considerable damage.
Seeing some
Yeah.
scud bombs right now on that northern storm too.
I'm going to take you through some cameras here real quick while we bring up this up full. Take our names off. You already know who we are. Let's go to the Bentonville Square Cam. There's a look at that shelf cloud that's trying to come in. I wouldn't say spectacular by any means at this point. Yeah, we look at Decatur. That's a pretty mid storm too. So maybe a little bit of a weakening. That'd be good. That'd be
Check
nice.
this out. Check this out, Dan, on my camera in Bella Vista. You see this scud starting to roll in right now off the leading edge of the storm. And this is looking a little farther north. I don't know if I can zoom in at all. Let's look here. Camera. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. But you can definitely see a little bit more what looks like scud going on there. And you can also see the front edge of that shelf cloud as well in Bella Vista.
Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
I want you to look at this real quick. We've got a potential circulation that's beginning to pop up. This is in Berry County. It's northeast of Butterfield. This is exactly where it would be. If we look at the velocity and the reflectivity image, there you go, right at the nub. You can see that starting to pop up. That's exactly where that would be.
I think that's ramping up to QLCS potential right there.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Setting the storm motion from warning. Now, see, what's interesting is the warning says it's 295 at 54, but that's not the motion that I have of this circulation. It's actually moving more southeasterly.
It's gonna be like 125.
Look at that. 311 at 41 is the storm motion where it's coming from.
Oh.
That's
Man, that's got the look.
That's trouble.
That's trouble.
Let me give him a heads up.
That might be it. That might be it. Oh yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Very similar to what we saw last night in portions of the River Valley.
Storm that could be producing a tornado warning. It's in Berry County in southwest Missouri. We're on live, but we need someone in the studio here for possible live weather coverage on air. Did that go out over the intercom?
I don't think so.
What's going on here?
The 25 most.
Oh. We need someone in the studio. We've got a potential storm that could be producing a tornado. This is going to be in Berry County in southwest Missouri. It's beginning to develop a stronger circulation. Production to the studio, please.
Another frame just came out. Looks like it's weakening, but I think it's cycling.
Okay. Are they gone?
I mean, that's got the look right there. I think.
Yeah, I think it's cycling.
I think it's cycling a little bit. That's definitely got the look.
Look at that reflectivity nub. That's exactly what we talk about with the reflectivity nub.
That's Mansfield right there. That's what we saw this morning.
Now look at the circulation.
Yeah.
And that lines up with the 0 to 3 kilometer bulk shear vector. Spectrum width is there. Everything is there on NWS chat. I think they're going to be going with this.
I think they will be pretty soon as well.
All right, we might be going to live severe weather coverage. This is in Berry County, southwest Missouri. That's the strongest part of the storm. What are you seeing visually, by the way?
I'm seeing from where I am, I'm a little bit far away from that Berry County storm, but again, I'm looking a little bit more north. I'm starting to walk back towards my car because I'm a little far away from it right now.
Yeah.
We're starting to get some good outflow winds here in Bella Vista. I'm looking more towards the north, towards the Berry County storm. Definitely the structure-wise, it looks a little bit better than what's going on to my northwest. But again, I'm a little too far away in order to actually see that area of rotation right now near Berry County.
Yeah,
Based on
it's quite a ways northeast of you. We do have
Yeah.
our P Ridge camera that we might be able to see it on.
that might give a pretty good view of it. But I am starting to get some stronger outflow winds here in Bella Vista. So
Okay.
definitely about to see some gusty winds in just a few moments.
Oh yeah, we're getting the outflow 2 in Decatur.
Yep. And that's why I'm starting to head back towards my car as well, because I'm a little far away from it.
The rain is right knocking on your doorstep.
Yep.
Oh wow, those clouds are moving.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
all involved.
That would be that lowering right there.
Yep.
Let's watch this. Jasper County. So far, not a tornado warning. Circulation.
Okay. Winds are about to get really gusty where I am. I can see it coming up over the mountain right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's coming in. I'm about to get blasted.
Yeah, I want to hold on to your hat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shelf cloud coming into the Midtown building. Look at this right here. There you can see the shelf. So we got several weather cameras. Here's Bella Vista. That's spun all the way around. Turn that north.
Don't know if you can see the trees. They are really booking it now.
Yeah, they are.
I can
Yep.
see you're booking it to your car.
Yeah, I'm booking it now. I know it's coming.
I gotta call my wife and let her know about this. This circulation is wild.
Yeah.
So I sent something in NWS chat and I said, let us know if you're considering a tornado warning for Berry County.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty close.
It's very close.
Yes. Of course, I got
Berry
that tornado
County,
power
Southwest
tag over.
Missouri. All right.
Okay.
So here we go. Let me show you Mega Doppler again. I can't look at comments. We got a lot going on. We're getting ready to. So which way is this headed? That's a good question. It's headed east. It's not headed southeast into northwest Arkansas. This is going to be clipping eastern Berry County. Let's give you a detailed look at this as we track this storm. And as it moves to the north and it moves to the east, it's going to be passing through areas where Jenkins is. And so stronger circulation continues to develop. Still not strong enough for a tornado warning. Okay, they're still watching it. They're checking it out. We'll show you what we're looking at here. There's the tornado possible with a considerable tag. We'll take a look here at this track, and I'll push it to the northeast. How fast is that storm moving, Zach?
40 miles per hour southeast.
Okay. Kind of more
Oh, yeah.
easterly, though.
Yeah,
huh?
kind of more easterly.
Yeah.
Looks like.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go set this up and go 40 miles east. Then we'll give you a track. So stand by. I'm getting the track on here. Storms have slowed down a little bit, haven't they? From what they
Absolutely.
were doing earlier.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. So there's the most dangerous portion of the thunderstorm. Here's the timing with this. We've got it on there. That's the way that's headed. Not headed towards northwest Arkansas. Circulation has weakened somewhat. So that's good news. But if it does go tornado warned, we'll be ready for it. We'll be able to bounce right on the air. So circulation's become a little more broad. I'll show you this. So this is what it was like now, and we'll go back in time. This is when it was starting to ramp up a little bit, started to accelerate out ahead of itself, and then it started to turn east-southeast. Now you see the little hook that's developing. So, but still there, still watching it. It's about to be out of our weather coverage area, though, within about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, it's going to be out of our weather coverage area. So that's good. What else is hitting us? A lot. Bella Vista, are you getting rained on?
I'm getting some light rain right now and very gusty winds right outside where I am.
Okay.
I'm repositioning right now, trying to get back in the opening.
Peyton, I'm going to let you look at Mega Doppler. Just keep an eye on all that. We'll do another storm track here on the south part of the line, and we can pop that up on the screen. So this is moving. How fast is this line moving? Got to be moving a little slower. I'm going to say 30, about 35, 40 mile an hour.
41
winds.
knots is what the Mega Doppler says.
All right. So far, Ben, no tornado warning. They're saying they're watching
south,
it. It's
45 miles per
not
hour.
quite hitting the threshold,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to be
This
ready
part is
in place in
I need
case
to
it
call
does.
master.
Okay, there it is on air alerts. Severe thunderstorm warning. Yes, the potential's there. Not saying we're for sure going on, but the possibility is there. Windy in Bentonville. It is so dark in Avoca, it's scary. So we've got our Weather Bug Network camera at Rogers. The Rogers camera. Everything's pretty quiet. Concert's going on, but there is a menacing storm that's looming in the distance.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah,
I haven't seen a single lightning strike right on top of it.
Berry County.
Just raining, definitely an outflow. So you got outflow that's coming through Loch Lomond, as you can see, Dog Park. It's raining and definitely an outflow.
Still, still balanced just northeast of Bentonville. I would say northeast of Bentonville, all the way to the Missouri borders where it's most balanced. There does seem to be a little bit of outflow.
So what that means when he's talking about balanced is the potential is still there for a spin up. If it's outflow dominant, then your tornado potential drops down, which is kind of more on the western part of that line. I gotta call Jennifer and tell her to get that guy. How heavy is the rain coming down in Bentonville?
It's not heavy at all, right?
I mean in Bella Vista. Sorry.
It is not heavy at all. I haven't seen a single lightning strike now. I'm
Hey, babe,
right
it's
now.
about to pour. It's not far away.
Hold on, let me get out here. I'm gonna put
Yep.
my camera to the front again, so you can check this out.
Yeah, I would. You've got a little while. You've got about maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Two significant
All right.
drops of reflectivity too.
What are we seeing in wind gusts in Bella Vista? It looks probably about like 40. What would you say the winds were? 40, 50?
Just 40 right now.
40? Okay.
Yeah, 40 at most. At least in my position, I'm in western Bella Vista, so I'm right where that cursor is, pretty much where you had it just now.
That we gotta watch.
Yeah.
It's tough. You got three radars that you can look at.
Power
Power
outages.
outages.
Now it's starting to come down a little bit more.
Power outages in Granby, which is in southwest Missouri. Unsure on the cause. We're watching that close. So just to set the stage, here's what we've got going on. Thunderstorms moving in already. It's not possible. They're coming for sure. Zach, Peyton, Josh, Chelsea in the studio too, just in case we start doing tornado coverage. So we're all monitoring this. It's super windy and dark in Bentonville. We could show you that too. If we look at the Bentonville Square camera, there it is. Yeah, that's coming towards the Walmart amp. In fact, why don't we bring up the Walmart amp camera, and Peyton, let's rotate this camera around and show what this is looking southeast. So you're like, wow, there's nothing going on right now. But we're going to spin this camera around to the northeast, and you're going to see quite a bit of a different story.
And that was just warned, a brand new severe storm warning.
Yep.
For that storm. And
Okay.
That's producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail.
Hey, you can see the hail on the camera. See the little lighter part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some hail with that.
So some penny-sized hail, some strong winds coming down. This is going to be a little bit of an issue for that concert.
Yeah, I'm just off to the west of that hail core right now, I think.
So where's that hail core? I'm going to take some lightning off here. We know obviously lightning is a concern. That's looking north. So that's Arbus Ballpark is south of that in Springdale. But there's a look at. So we're going to look at first of all the winds. Got that area. I was going to look at the hail core. I see a little small hail. There's that little small hail that's
just southeast of me.
That's exactly what we're looking at here when we look at our weather camera. That little area that's located just to the left of 49. This right here is your small hail core that's coming in. We've got some other cameras too. How about Fulbright? Let's see what we got there. So you could see the winds. Whoa, look at those winds whipping up. Josh, looks
Yes,
like
sir.
everything's pretty tame around by you, huh?
It is very tame right now. I mean, it's barely done anything where I am. I haven't seen a single lightning strike at all. This reminds me of like one of those tropical systems almost in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Melissa, just let you know, we've notified the AMP. We let them know that this was coming in. We knew that it was going to be way before 10 o'clock, before the concert was up. Over the last few hours, we're like, this is coming in a lot sooner. And Zach, you were watching that, and you saw that storm just popping up rapidly.
Oh yeah, and they're moving fast too.
Yeah, how fast are we talking? Like,
The latest report says 40 miles per hour.
yeah, so it's going
coming in.
You can
going
see
quick.
the low level moisture booking it.
We've got several cameras to watch. So we've got Fulbright. Here's Fulbright, P Ridge. You can see the winds extending that flag. Also a little bit of penny size hail. Maybe a little smaller. It might be pea size. Still, regardless, pretty strong winds. And then we got Pinnacle Parkway Towers that's showing up right here. And so that's what's looming coming over the Walmart amp.
Make you a storm truck on that, Dan, if you want.
Let's do it. Yeah. It just came over Seligman.
Okay.
So good news. Looks like the tornado warning potential is lessening. So drop.
That's good.
Tornado possible has been removed. So it doesn't look like this is going to produce a tornado. So we're lucky there. Thank you guys though for being on standby just in case. Because once it hits, man, it could happen fast. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Chad.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. All right.
Everyone storms to dissipate. Chad walked
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or Colby.
Yeah.
Where's Colby? Is he gone? Is he out of
Colby's
town?
back
Is that what's happening?
No, I think Colby's in Fayetteville right now.
Oh, then
Actually,
this
I
is
think he's at the
definitely-
Walmart amp.
Oh. Well, then everybody's fine there.
Yeah. They're going to be good to
This
go.
is a good- So this is Drew Edwards said, with no lightning currently, this is a great one to watch outside and feel the cool breeze. I bet.
No
I
kidding.
bet it's nice and cool on the outflow boundary. So here's the good news. If you're feeling that outflow boundary ahead of time, that means the tornado potential is pretty limited because
Yes.
that outflow dominant means that you're not going to get that mesovortice development.
That's exactly what I felt with Bella Vista. That was the outflow right ahead of the storm. That was it.
Here's
pretty
the
much.
timing of all this. Fayetteville 846. So it is knocking on your doorstep. It's literally on the doorstep of Benton. It is in Bentonville. You can zoom in as Zach's touching how heat and cooling mega Doppler and zoom in on the Bentonville area. There you see the Walmart amp that's just to the north of that. So we go back to our Walmart amp camera and you could see we got some problems there. Some problems. Power went out briefly in Montenay. Okay. It's good to know. So we got additional severe thunderstorm warnings. How long is that warning in effect for that's in Benton County? Go back to that.
8:30.
So their warnings are short-lived.
Yeah.
Very short-lived. Power went out briefly in P Ridge. So on the leading edge of this line, you're talking about some strong winds. Well, there it is. We're not on TV. We could actually do some TV coverage because we do have the potential for doing a few cut-ins. So I'm gonna let them know, and we can break in on TV and do an update. Hey, let me know when we have.
Yeah, Peyton. So where do you see that outflow boundary here?
Well, you can see it kind of up like from Tulsa, kind of all the way floating towards Bentonville and Springdale.
It kind
is
of
where I'm
weakens
guessing.
out once it enters Benton County, huh? It's kind of looking that way.
Yeah, it's kind of looking that way, although it is hard to see because we are in a radar hole.
Let's go
Like-
back to the Mega Doppler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so here's the current setup here.
Yeah.
We have these storms coming in. Severe storm warning in Benton County through 8:30 p.m. And what we want to see is the outflow boundary, and we can kind of see it in Oklahoma, but it kind of
That's because of the beam. That's because we get further away from the radar and we
Yeah.
can't really see it. But I would assume that if
Yeah,
people are feeling alpha, that it's definitely there.
definitely.
Yeah. So I think the main threat is probably
In our eastern counties.
in the eastern counties.
Looks like they're extending the severe thunderstorm watch down into the river valley too with this line. So it's
So
coming
they
now.
think it's gonna dive south.
60% chance of probability that they extend the watch. That's a new MCD that just came out.
Okay.
Mesoscale discussion. That would be for the Fort Smith area. It says a line of strong storms is moving southeast. It will enter northwest Arkansas. It already has. This was issued just a few minutes ago. Adequate shear and mid-level lapse rates for storm organization. Capping is also possible, but as long as lift is present with the cold pool, some risk for strong damaging winds will exist in parts of central Arkansas this evening. A watch
Yeah.
may be needed for parts of that area.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you, those storms look quite a bit stronger near Pryor right now. That's the moving southeast towards the river valley.
Again,
Again,
Yeah,
the
that's
same
pretty-
spots.
there's the new. Yeah, I know you can't watch on TV because of the whole. I know ATT direct TV thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carla. That's why we're doing this. Well, it hasn't reached Fayetteville yet, Kate. Just to let you know, we look at high heat and cooling mega Doppler, and you can see that the storm isn't even close to Fayetteville yet. I mean, it's close, but it's not close enough to feel the effects of the wind. The wind gust surge is going to be just out ahead of it. So the wind gust surge is just now approaching Lowell and Bethel Heights at X and A. Once that drops a little more southeast, that's going to be making its way towards Springdale and eventually Fayetteville. Now you might not get the winds as strong as what happened in southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma, but I still think you do get some gusty winds of about 40, 45 miles an hour possibly.
The line normal for the 0 to 3 kilometer shear is 15 knots.
Ooh, it's not
Yeah.
quite strong enough.
Yeah, not strong enough for tornadoes, which
Yep.
is good. But as Josh was mentioning, around Pryor and Tulsa, it's 20, 25 knots. So
Yep.
could get stronger and could see the greater threat in
Okay.
the River Valley.
Look, it's 25 down there in Logan County.
There's always that slight
Oh, yeah.
tornado potential. At the moment, that's more likely in parts of northeast Oklahoma. As you mentioned, oh, you know what? That's why it wasn't showing. We took that off.
There's that considerable now severe thunderstorm warning on that storm near Pryor.
Yeah. We actually, when I was doing archive radar, I turned that check mark off and then I forgot to put it back on there. I was wondering why the warnings weren't showing up. My bad. Remember we did that, Peyton? I was like,
Yeah.
sometimes the memory is starting to fade here. Josh, I'm going to let you take over just for a few seconds here. We're going to bring up your live feed. Tell me.
Yeah, just very heavy rainfall on the back end of that line of storm. So the outflow has already passed my area. So we're now seeing that rain on the back edge of the storm. I'll tell you, though, at least here in western Bella Vista, the storms have been pretty tame, I would say. Still getting very heavy rainfall, still getting some occasional gusty winds, which is no surprise on the back edge of that storm. But at least in western Bella Vista, where I am, the storms have not been quite as strong now. I have seen some comments earlier of folks near Pea Ridge, a little bit farther east from where I am right now, reports of some stronger winds, some power outages as well. That's no surprise because those storms, as you get a little farther east, are a little bit stronger. I am expecting eastern portions of northwest Arkansas to see some stronger winds pretty soon. But at least in my position, Dan, in western Bella Vista, things are not too bad right now. Getting some heavy rain and some occasional gusty winds. The maximum wind gust I got was about 35, 40 miles per hour, if that. And that was all outflow. So at least in this particular spot at this time, the tornado potential, I feel like, is very low. But I'm going to stick around here for a couple more minutes and then maybe reposition a little farther east. But as of now, where I am, things are pretty tame. Of course, we're looking at those storms, too, that are going on near Pryor. I know we were mentioning that earlier. again, the shear vector is a little bit more impressive farther south and east as those storms are moving towards the river valley. So I think those are the ones we're going to have to watch very closely as we move throughout the rest of the evening, Dan, just based on what we're seeing right now out the window and also in terms of our meso analysis, which Peyton just did.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
So, just a sec here, Josh. All right, so we've got some stuff here. By the way, it's curtains, literally, for the Walmart amp. That's it.
It's done.
Concert's over. That didn't last
Go
long.
home.
Yep.
Yep.
Corner, the historic tour. That's such a bummer. I hate that for everybody there, for all of my friends and everybody else. I think our new news director was there as well. So,
Yeah.
now Snoop Dogg is going to look okay, by the way. Just to let you know, if you're going to the Snoop Dogg concert, you're going to be okay. Let's go through some comments here. Yep, the Snoop cast looks very nice. All right, so here's lots of wind now in East Rogers. So a lot of wind with this. Not sure about this. Debris in the air and tornado bouncing on the ground near Lost Bridge. I wonder if that's maybe just some gusty wind. I'm not seeing anything. Is it scud clouds? You saw those scud clouds.
I saw those scud clouds. Yep, there were some big time scud balls.
Well, scud stands for scattered cumulus under deck, just to let you know. So, yeah, sorry for the concert goers for sure, but you got to be safe. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Here's a look at crazy wind in Garfield. Let's stop recording on those cameras, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a little reminder. If you get 25 panel, you could see the red dots on there, which is kind of cool, and it'll tell you which one's top right, Fulbright indicator. There you go. Raining heavy and off of 12 and Beaver Lake. So here's the deal. The reason we hopped on here, Josh, and everybody else that's on here is, we've had such an active weather pattern, multiple thunderstorms that have rolled through, but a lot of outdoor events going on this Friday evening, including the concert. We also were on there just with the potential that maybe a tornado might a tornado warning might be issued, which was close in parts of Berry County. That storm has moved out. That storm is starting to weaken in our weather coverage area. It's still going east towards Branson, but that's why we hopped on here. That's why our whole weather team continued to watch this and let you know what's going on, because you might have friends or family that are at the Walmart amp. Look at that shelf cloud coming in. Peyton nailing that. Look at this right there. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's what's over Rogers right now, and that's looking north from our Arkansas Children's Northwest camera. A stacked plates shelf cloud. That's gorgeous.
That is gnarly.
Trying to get the lights out of there.
Yeah, it's hard to do. They're really bright.
That's recorder worthy.
Yep. Maybe go to the right just a little ways to get out of that pole, I think. Maybe upper right. Yeah, those lights are so bright. There we go. Boy, that's nice. That's a nice shelf cloud. That shows you maybe that storm's a little bit more intense.
I would agree.
Track time. Let's do a storm track here. There's again the Walmart amp. It's over, unfortunately.
Dang.
Curtains.
That's unfortunate.
Zach, any other concerts here? Or any other comments? I mean, not concerts. Which direction is it headed? That's what we're showing you right now. It's headed all southeast. That's where it's headed. Not sure if there's going to be additional storm development tonight. I have my questions if that happens. I have my doubts. Just because I think this instability is going to be overworked. I don't care what the models show. It seems like this is going to really subtract all the instability out of the atmosphere. Is it? We got this recording. Check this out. You ready, Josh?
I'm ready.
Look at that bad boy. Yeah. Nice
That
little
is
show.
gnarly. Man.
All right. Back to this. Doing a storm track for these storms. And then we're going to go back to some more camera angles here.
Oh, let me just point out something while you have the camera up.
Yeah.
There is a glare of the camera lens, and I know it may look like a wall cloud.
Yeah, that
little
is the
bit,
actual camera.
Yeah, it is the camera.
That's not what it is. Yeah.
It just caught me off guard.
Good point. That caught me off guard because it does look
Yeah.
like a lowering, and I was even wondering what was going on there. So, anyways, here's the storm. It's moving southeast. I want to get the very latest motion. Moving at 45 miles an hour. We're going to do along the leading edge of this line, and I'm going to put it out just a little slightly out ahead of it because that's where the gust front is. So we'll track that to the southeast. Let's extrapolate that, see if that's a good motion. Looks pretty good right there. There's your timing. 8:31 in Fayetteville. So we had that comment about Fayetteville not really being windy, but it's about to be. Nope, not yet, but here it is. So there's our timing on live Doppler radar. You can see the timing, 8:31 in Fayetteville, Harrison, 8:51, 9:03 in Jasper, Mountainburg at 9:17. So that is why, even though it's dark and ominous off to the north, it's not quite gusty and windy in Fayetteville or Springdale for that matter, but that is about to change dramatically. First thunder in Bentonville. Will it still be like this tomorrow? The answer is no, it will not. The storm's going to be moving out in the morning hours and perhaps early morning, and then we don't have any other activity throughout the day tomorrow. Do you think Ozark will get something? What do you think, Josh? Oh. Think Ozark's going to get something?
I think so. Yeah, I would say so.
No hail, huh? Skies were green when it hit here, but no hail. That was a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Winds in Springdale now, hitting right now, 8:20. So what we'll do is we'll move out that line a little bit ahead. Already in Springdale, 8:14.
That lightning flash did it focus out of whack.
So there you go, autofocus. Got it. Got it back. There it is. Here comes the wind. There's Harbor High School. So we got that camera back online, Josh.
That's fantastic. We needed that.
And here comes the whale's mouth.
Heck yes.
Ooh.
Great structure.
Yeah.
Definitely looks a lot better than it did earlier.
Oh, yeah. So here's the deal. You're good in Bentonville. This thing is moving, and it's moving fast. So I think we're pretty much done here. Let's do the Gravit camera and look north. Not Gravit. Graduate.
Oh.
Zach, you and I are running on fumes, man. How was the gym, by the way, this morning?
I didn't go this morning.
Oh, you
I went
didn't?
last night. Honestly, I listened.
It was
Yeah.
Here in Thunder and Cave Springs. Josh, I'm going to mute your mic just for a sec, all right?
Yeah, I'm a little loud. Sorry about that. I'm driving.
You're good. You're good. There's the shelf cloud coming in.
Yeah.
So here's a shelf cloud from the Graduate Hotel.
Get that.
There you go.
I'm going to go use the old down the hall to the left.
Sounds good. Are we good in Bella Vista? You are good. However, the winds almost snapped a tree in Bella Vista. So that's what we got. Can you show the Cooper Elementary? Oh, yeah, we can. Bella Vista right here. There's Cooper Elementary. So here's the good news. Let me show you who's done with the storm threat because it is beginning to move out. So here's who's done with the storm threat on Howell Heat and Cooling Mega Doppler. We've got anywhere in central Benton County. The line's already come through. That's pretty much it. As we zoom in here, on the leading edge of the line, that's where the storm has yet to come through. But there's still rain, there's still thunderstorm activity for Bella Vista, but it's kind of done. Be aware, though, that some of that stratiform lightning could be an issue, especially on the north side of the line. So
There's a ton of that, by the way, right now where I am. Like way more than what I saw when the line was moving through.
You're getting some stratiform lightning?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Any big clouded ground lightning bolts?
No, more anvil crawlers.
Okay.
So far that I've seen.
Look at this. Was watching the shelf clouds at the amp. Sherry knows what's up. Uh-oh. Winds gust snapped neighbor's tree in backyard in southwest Bentonville.
Oh man.
Boy, the trees have really been taking a beating.
Yeah.
Saturated ground doesn't take a whole lot to get them down.
Nope. Not a big light show like last night. I would agree with that, Chuck. One of the reasons is it's daylight, so you're not going to see as much lightning. Let's see here. How about this? Windy near Beaver Lake. Big trees are swaying. Came in really quick. That's why I told my wife, gave her a call, and I was like, you got 15 minutes. I think she's hanging out at the tent, though, and then she's going to have to run out in it. So, but she'll be all right. She can make do. Will Evansville get the storm? Tiffany, yes. Evansville will get the storm back. It is almost knocking on your doorstep. So there's some thunder. Siloam, it's just about to come through. In fact, why don't we bring up that
Yeah.
Siloam camera? We'll see what we got. There we go. Just about ready to come through Siloam. Oh, yeah.
It's
Look at
already
the
raining
camera
and windy.
starting to shake around. Here we go. Brother David Floyd said winds picked up an instant, sounded like roof coming off. Like y'all said, eastern northwest Arkansas getting the worst of it already. Let's zoom out a little bit and show eastern northwest Arkansas. So that line right there, man, that is that's an intense line. Let me show you what we're looking at here. So there's the timing of that. Again, we'll update you, but the eastern side of the line is a little bit stronger. Right there.
Hey, Dan, I ran into a little bit of damage, so I'm going to go back the opposite way here. I'm in eastern Bella Vista now. So I'm going to...
You ran like tree damage, like trees down on the road?
There was a tree snapped that I just saw. We're going to turn around and maybe try to get a view of it. It's a little bit difficult where I am, but I'll stand by on that. I'll let you know when I'm there.
East side of Springdale is really bad. Let's we can bring up the camera. You know, we're still like bouncing around. Oh yeah, big time wind now. You can see it really bouncing around. Harbor High School. That looks like a still image. I am buying that. Wonder why it does that, Josh.
Oh, there we go. Look.
Is that dude from OBS?
I think it is.
I'm
gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to reload it or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Springdale, Harbor High School. It's knocking on your doorstep, like literally right about to move in. I'm laughing. Brad Arnold says, swimming pool is filling up here west of Bentonville. Yeah, my swimming pool filled up with something other than water today. It was a lot of mud. It was a mud pit, and it just looked awful. So, oh man, I hear you. It's good because the pool was down definitely, but now it's up with a bunch of mud. Farmington is getting dark, no wind. We can look at that Farmington camera. So this is a time lapse one, but let's look at if we can Kessler. Oh yeah.
Oh, feel lightning strike?
Yeah, it did. That struck a tree, didn't it? Did it catch it on fire?
Looks like it struck something.
Yeah. No wind in Western Grove. Do you know when it's coming? Good question. Western Grove right now is fine, but you'll get you'll get wind probably in about an hour. I'd say about a little over an hour from now.
Yeah, the strong winds at least.
Yeah. Now that
Really coming down here.
yeah, it is coming down. Phew. All right. So, got a question about Van Buren, Union. Oh man, there's the lightning. There's the leading edge. That's the shelf cloud right there. So there's really nothing to see on that time lapse. So that's good. That's going to be a good one to get. Good question, Mitchell. I don't know. What's it look like from the Lincoln camera? Unfortunately, the Lincoln camera went down.
Yep.
And we haven't been able to get it back up.
Quite the lightning show over here. So
Keep it right there. Can I take a shower in Bella Vista?
you could swim in Bella Vista.
I mean, I think the lightning's pretty much coming to an end, but there's still going to be an occasional clouded ground bolt from the stratiform rain, so I'd be careful. Hitting northwest Fayetteville near Holcomb. There's your wind. You guys want to go outside and see it out
Yep.
there? Okay, you can. Go
Yeah,
check it out.
it's coming.
Maybe get some video, see what the shelf looks like.
Yeah.
There's also some pop-up storms there. Heavy rain, no lightning in South Cave Springs. It's coming. I think the lightning has definitely been on the decrease. Josh, what you got?
Just got a big time CG. I'm also a little far away from this. There's a snapped tree limb right there that I'm looking at as well. I live near this area and I see that tree every day. That was snapped from this storm. Again, I'm getting more reports from folks in the comment section too that in eastern Bella Vista and Pea Ridge, there's reports of some power out as well as some scattered tree damage. So I'm going to go a little farther north from here and check out Pea Ridge and see what's going on there. But that tree off in the distance there's a snapped limb that's hanging out just outside the road. Thankfully, it's not covering the road. But there's definitely stronger winds in eastern Bella Vista. And also starting to get that stratiform CGs as well. I've seen 2 of them over the last few minutes or so. So I know we had a question about the shower in Bella Vista. I would hold off for just a little longer because there's still some CGs going on.
All right. I'm going to get to some more comments here. Hitting northwest Fayetteville near Holcomb. We already mentioned that. I had a heavy piece of plywood laying flat on the ground in Greenwood get lifted and carried about 60 yards this morning. Yeah. If you haven't heard, there was a tornado EF1 that touched down, and that was in the Mansfield area. The reason we're talking about that because someone's asking about tornado potential. Jamie, just to let you know, tornado potential is not 0, but at the same time, you can never let your guard down with dew points in the mid to upper 70s and lots of instability. And anytime QLCS tornadoes can pop up. So things that you clearly have to watch for.
And you especially, I think, need to watch it in the River Valley because that line of storms that's going on now just to the northwest of Tahlequah, that is a lot more intense at this time. And the 0 to 3 kilometer Cape is a little bit higher. Now, I am seeing some good news, Dan, maybe on those storms. You can see that outflow out ahead of it. That typically does temper the tornado potential a little bit. But I think we got to watch those storms very closely still as they move to the southeast towards the same areas that got impacted earlier on this morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, you could see that outflow boundary. So the tornado potential is non-existent now, and I can tell you that with 100% confidence over central and northern Benton County, even southern Benton County. The storm line has already come through. If there would be tornado potential, it's always on the leading edge of the line.
Yeah,
Especially QLCS tornadoes. And what that means is typically it's quiet and then all of a sudden it hits. And that's what we heard from people this morning when we were out there surveying the damage in Mansfield, exactly what was happening. Woo!
I heard that. Woo!
That's a CG.
That was a big CG. Hope Peyton and Zach are good.
Man, I wish we
they up
could
there?
have seen that. That was a positive CG. I'd love to see where that was. Stand
Yeah.
by. I'm gonna look for that one.
That one was big. But and the reason why Dan was saying that too is because the storms that are moving through Benton County are what we call cold pool storms.
Check this out. Let's see if it pops up on here. Yep, there's the new alerts. Base severe thunderstorm warning.
Good.
Click on it. Brings you up.
Pull up.
There's the new warning.
Yep. And another. Yep.
And another one issued
Another
too.
one for
Both
Boone
of them
County.
at the same time.
Yep. Works like a charm.
It works.
Yep.
There it is.
Let's go. So it's working
Sweet.
consistently, which is fantastic.
I made it 15 seconds, by the way, for the alert tag.
Nice. So it's on for a good amount of time.
Did you get your hair singed off there?
Yeah, we were on the roof, like all the way up top.
Wait, on the parking deck?
Yeah,
Dude, where did that strike?
almost on top of us, like next to my window. Like,
Jeez.
it stood up, I felt it right at the end, my fingertips.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I was like,
Wow.
Did you hear this?
I heard it from here.
No, did you hear what he said?
I mean, I heard that his hair was sticking up. You can feel the buzz.
It was a negative bolt.
Really?
Yeah,
Negative volt.
a negative.
That's crazy.
Whoa, there it is right there. Got a new
Got it
warning.
pulled up. What's the amperage on that?
That's what I'm bringing up right now.
Yeah,
Negative 49. That's beefy.
that is a beefy negative.
And if we bring it up on this and look, 823. That was it.
Wow.
That was your bolt. You were on the roof?
That was pretty stupid. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Dang, guys. Built different, I guess.
You want to know how far away that was from you?
Not far away.
0.1 miles.
yeah, no kidding.
All right, Peyton. When thunder roars, go indoors.
Oh, we went indoors all right. Holy cow.
Oh, his hair's still standing up. Holy
my
cow.
goodness.
All right, tell the story here.
Was my hair standing up?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
it was quite the scene out there. I'll put some pictures out on social media. It's looking.
Did you get video of the bolt at all or no?
Yeah,
No. You
I
did?
I got it.
Oh heck yeah!
You did?
I think I just stopped recording right before
Oh,
that.
here's a big one too. That's gonna another crack coming. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even like feel my hair stand up until right before it happened. Cause like sometimes you can kind of get the feel, but I didn't get like any heads up. So it just struck and it was really close. All I saw was white.
How loud was it? Did it hurt your
oh,
ears?
It wasn't like that bad, but sure felt a little tingly.
Tingly.
Tingly. That's not the warm fuzzies, as I like to tell
Yeah.
kids.
New.
Not the warm fuzzies.
New. That's a little
That's-
shocker. Whoa!
Whoa! Just got that puppy.
Hey, I'm
That was
glad I
right
did
on time.
Oh,
Giving
Wow.
Peyton a 5 because he nailed that. I'm glad yeah, we're watching that. Hey, you know what we can do?
I'm recording too. Don't worry.
We can do a 25 panel. Look at those. See which ones look the best. I wish we could bring up that screen on here. Maybe we can do that later sometime.
Ugh. Oh man.
Huh, Josh, another day, another round in July storms. Great coverage all day of the Mansfield tornado. Josh, you're juggernaut. Peyton, Zach, kicking butt. Oh, Decatur just had a big bolt. Yeah, go ahead and hit the thing twice. Wow, Kessler had another big bolt.
Man. My
Look at the
goodness,
wind.
it's going out.
Yeah, just go ahead and hit that snooze button and you're good. Just hit it once and then hit it again.
I
and
did.
it's
I
gone.
did hit it twice and it didn't go away.
It didn't go off.
But
right?
no, it did.
He hit it like 20 times. Like, turn off. Look at those winds. Those are whipping.
Whoa.
Probably going to be close to a severe thunderstorm warning in Washington County. Not quite warned yet. So why did that storm pop up? Oh, that's why. You had an isolated, check this out. You had an isolated cell popping up, even though it wasn't really raining. Look at this.
Yeah.
Right out of
Boom.
line.
I learned something new every day about storms. Look at this. Usually positive bolts shoot away from the storm, right? That's what you would think. That's a negative bolt that shot out away from the storm. Let me show you what I mean here.
Really?
Maybe because it was looking for us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
I think he's Peyton's shooken up, man. I don't blame you. I would be
I
too.
said, no
You know,
kidding.
I was about the same distance away like a month ago
Dang.
in Port Aransas. So yeah, I'm conditioned, seasoned vet now.
Yeah,
Negative
careful.
49 amperage. That's beefed for a negative volt.
Negative 49. Here's our station. Here's the parking deck. Were you on the top side of it?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it's 0.1 miles.
Yeah.
So the flash and the bang happen at the same time, right?
Yep.
It's what we call a flang. The flang, flash and bang, both
Flash
at the
bang.
same time. Yep. How about this? Abby says power went off on Beaver Lake before it even started storming. It was eerily quiet. That's because you had the, oh my gosh, the winds just kicked off from Porter Road. That's exactly why we're giving this live update.
Yeah.
We want to let you know about this. These storms are no joke. This weather system's no joke. This pattern's no joke. So many storms ongoing, Zach. Are we expecting storms all night? I'll be honest. Wow, that was a big bolt from Bentonville. But I got to bring up Zach on this one because honestly, you put together the forecast along with Peyton. You guys were working on that as Josh and I were looking at the tornado damage in Mansfield. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I mean, some of the models show some stuff coming in during the overnight. But I mean, if you look out the window right now, I mean, there is a little cluster forming in western Oklahoma, and that's kind of moving east. And then if you look off to the north, there's some storms in like Wyoming that are moving south. But I think those, I'm not sure if those are going to affect us. I kind of want to do like a wide view, but we got storms now. So
Let's do it. We can do a wide
you wanna do
view.
it?
Yeah, but here's a
Yeah.
look at Newton County, also a severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued. That just popped up. Alerts worked great. Saw the alert tag. By the way, we're going to see if a considerable gets issued. There's one right there, but let's see if it gets issued in Adair. I bet you it does.
Oh,
So
yeah.
looking off to the west, yeah, there it is. More storms
LaFleur County.
popping up.
Can lock it in LaFleur County.
And then there's more energy to the northwest of that. Now, looking out the window, if we look at water vapor, you're going to see, oh my goodness, yeah, more energy. There's the explosion of storms there.
Kansas-Nebraska border at the end of that loop.
Man, is that the second round that's coming in? Must
and
be.
now they're over Colorado.
Yeah, it's more so over Colorado, but that trough that you can kind of see.
Yeah.
Over, northeastern Colorado, southwestern Nebraska.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Well-
Possibly.
Refresh that. Oh, new warning. You see that? Just popped up.
Hey, it works.
It works great.
Hard work paid off. I just posted a picture. It's pretty menacing. I tagged y'all in it. I tagged Josh as well as KNWA and Fox 24. Pretty menacing look out there.
Oh man, I can imagine. All right, let's go through some more comments here. We're looking at a lot of stuff, but man, we got a lot of people on here. They're wondering what's going on. Thank you. Husband is home tonight. He can help with the kids. No kidding. Next to no lightning with tonight's storm. Peyton would disagree.
I would disagree. A little too close for comfort.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. It might not be as much flashing, in terms of what happened the last couple of nights. But then again, that was at dark. And you can see a lot of those subtle flashes. Whereas in the daytime, it's got to be a big flash. Which one was that? What camera was that?
So like all of them.
I know all
It
of
was
them.
all the Benton County.
I saw that one. That one was right over me.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good one. Was it a positive, do you think?
My bad.
It's hard to tell because that one that almost hit you seemed like a positive the way it sounded.
Yeah, it felt like that when all I saw was white.
Track the bolts. Which one was that? There's so many here. I just don't know where it was at approximately. Also, too, this is something else that I learned last night. These look like all cloud ground lightning strikes. They're not.
Anvil crawlers.
This is anvil crawlers. That's why they're positive. That's why they show up so much. because I was
Oh.
looking at it last night. All these are amble crawlers or intracloud CG lightning. I mean,
Bruh.
intracloud lightning, not CG. So I thought that's all cloud to
Yeah.
ground lightning strikes. It's not.
Well,
Oh, Melinda, we actually covered this last night, last night, early this morning in a Facebook Live. And a negative bolts, okay, we've got Peyton that's going to be bringing it up. And so a negative bolt typically originates from the bottom of a thunderstorm, meaning the negative charges, there's negative and positive charge, and it's that charge separation that causes lightning. When you have negative charges settled down at the bottom of the storm, those bolts are easily reaching the ground because of least path of resistance, takes less energy for a shorter distance.
pull it up.
We'll bring it up here. So there's a look right there, the anatomy of lightning. So you have the initial stage, see all those negative charges are down at the bottom of the base of the storm. Positive, but there's also negative too. It's a little misleading because there's both negative and positive charge that is at the surface. But then you have negative charge that connects with a positive upstreamer that can create what's called the return stroke. And then that's why you get multiple flashes. So you get that connection. That's the anatomy of lightning. Now, positive lightning, as he advances this graphic, as you'll see, comes from the top of the thunderstorms because that's where the positive charges originate. So a lot going on there. And that's not uncommon to see. It's uncommon, not as common, but in thunderstorms, boy, especially strong wind shear can happen. Negative bolt, clouded ground. We're explaining all of it right now. So that's the anatomy of lightning and different stuff. 8:26, 10 minutes ago, raining hard, wind blowing, loud thunder in Prairie Creek. That might be still that same bolt. 45. That's a strong kiloamperage. Looks scary in Fayetteville. I can believe that. Let's go back to our live radar.
Yeah, no
here.
kidding. Check my Twitter. It looks really.
I can't wait. I'll check it out. Look at it here. I can bring it up too.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Yeah, I can bring it up on full screen. It just might take a little while. Meantime, we'll bring up Mega Doppler. Peyton, give them a little tour of Mega Doppler, and then I'll bring up your Twitter. I'll bring up your Twitter page.
So live look at Mega Doppler. We're seeing it looks to be somewhat weaker, but actually the outflow initiated convection, meaning the convection initiated from the outflow, meaning it's providing the lift for those storms, has created some more fuel for some stronger thunderstorms and is now congealed all along the line. And we have some stronger thunderstorms as it approaches Fayetteville and should be roughly the same strength as it approaches the River Valley, maybe slightly weaker, but definitely going to see some strong winds. What are you seeing, Zach?
Yeah, opinion definitely. Yeah, wind threat. Is that a new severe storm warning there for Washington County? Yeah,
It's
looks
like,
like
it's like
yeah,
that
it's a
was
brand new severe storm warning.
for Madison.
Okay.
Washington, Madison County. Yeah, so yeah, winds, definitely lightning is going to be a big threat. Just learned that. Yeah, so that newest severe storm warning for Washington, Madison, and that has 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail.
Yeah. Let's use the hail detection algorithm to see what we're
Not
seeing
mine.
in terms of hail size. Woo! Fayetteville. Looking to get close to a quarter-inch size hail. Some parts. Probably ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, it's about to get rolling here in Fayetteville. Lots of rain. Josh, have things calmed down on your end a little bit?
Yeah, I made it back home.
Yeah.
Get a lot of stratiform lightning. I mean, there's more lightning on the back edge of the storm here in Bella Vista than there was with the leading edge of the storm as the actual line moved through, which was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. When you pick it up.
But at least in my position where I was in western Bella Vista, the storms weren't too bad. Gusty winds, again, about 35 to 40 miles per hour now. Of course, I've been watching the comments very closely. A lot of folks in eastern Bella Vista reporting some tree damage. I did see a snapped tree on the way back. It was almost across the road, but thankfully it wasn't. That was the only damage I saw. What's up?
How big around do you think that tree is?
It was not a very big tree. It was a smaller tree. It was a good size, but it's not like one of those big oaks or whatever.
Why are you doing that?
Now I'll say this, Peyton, and you mentioned this. Those storms are a little bit stronger now, right around the Fayetteville area, and that's from that outflow, like you were mentioning. And those have intensified quite a bit compared to what they were earlier. That is for sure.
Well, they're moving into a lot more favorable environment, so I think that's aiding in the lift for those storms and allowing them to become stronger.
Mm-hmm. Now I will say too. The good news is, and we've been talking about this throughout, the storms that are at least moving through northwest Arkansas right now, in terms of QLCS potential, very low at this time, based on the balance of the line as well as the shear vector. But you were mentioning a little bit farther south, towards the Logan County area, portions of the River Valley, a little bit greater in terms of that. So we're going to have to watch that very closely as we go throughout the rest of the evening.
Yeah, especially when we move into those higher dew points and those warmer temperatures, definitely looking a lot more favorable for some strong storms.
Absolutely. And, of course, flash flooding potential as well. Quite high in the River Valley, already very saturated. About 2 to 4 inches locally higher amounts earlier on this morning, and additional heavy rain on the way. Definitely we'll probably see some flash flood warnings pretty soon if these storms reach the River Valley. Now, those storms that are a little farther east, Peyton and Zach and Dan, towards the Harrison area, those ones I think we need to watch pretty closely as well. Those seem a little bit more intense.
Shows you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm bringing it up. Sorry, I had to delete a imposter account.
The imposter Dan.
Imposter account. Don't know what that was, but every time I try logging in, it has no information that I'm trying to look at, and it drives me crazy. So I deleted it.
It's the
So
weather
anyway,
Dan.
yeah, here we go.
Or whatever.
We're gonna bring this up. Are we getting close to time? We sure are, aren't we?
42.
All right, let me bring this up here. Window, share. How about this? Storms rolling in. Woo, man. That's intense.
That's nasty.
There you go.
That's nasty.
And that was, how long was that before the lightning strike?
30 seconds, a minute.
Oh my goodness.
You were way up there, man.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
That's a great picture.
Wasn't worth it.
Wasn't worth it. You got it though on video, didn't you?
I did.
Can I see it?
Did you say it wasn't worth it?
Don't watch it.
Huh?
I haven't seen it yet.
Let's check it.
Come on.
Let's watch
Zach's saying
it.
it wasn't worth it, even though he captured the
Yeah, you
bolt that
captured lightning.
play.
Did you really?
I got
Yeah. I want to see that.
What do you mean it's not worth it?
What, right at the end, I think?
Yeah, I'm showing more Twitter, aren't I? Look at this, cat. There you go. Awesome.
I heard it. There's that little pan.
That's $1 million shot right there, Peyton. That was a really good shot.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate
I
it.
was like,
Well, you're making me regret my decision not to put a watermark on it.
Hey, this is commitment right here. You guys will do anything to get that shot. Commitment.
Yep.
It's coming.
Yes.
Is this a lowering? What do you think?
Looks like Scud to me.
Scud clouds.
Mixed with rain.
Yep.
SLC? Scary looking cloud?
Yep. SLCs. All right, coming through here. Spooky.
Spooky.
Sky. Oh, nice. Time lapse. Oh,
Whoa.
here we go. You know what that is? That looks like harbor, isn't it? No, it's not.
No.
That's a fantastic time lapse. Wow.
That's cool.
No.
That is really cool.
Can't wait to check out our time lapses.
I know.
I mean, you guys got the double stack time lapse.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Such a stunning storm. I love that you guys tag me. I appreciate it, by the way. I have a question about severe storms in Northwest Arkansas. Sorry, man. I was doing so many shows, live updates. And say, shoot.
And if you're busy, I'm sure one of us will answer.
You probably already have your answer. All right. Anyways, let's get back off of this. And I got to get going here real soon. So I don't know. I think that's about it. I'm going to have to run because let's see what else is going on. Ooh, man, the storms over Fayetteville just exploded.
Yeah.
Holy
It really blew
cow.
up.
That's
They're
the low level jet.
definitely getting a lot stronger.
Low level jet kicking in really cranks stuff up. Whoa.
Hey, how's that storm, Dan, looking in eastern Boone County?
Yeah.
I want to keep an eye on that. Okay.
Very
Well,
strong.
setting the storm motion from the warning. We got Tulsa's radar. I'm going to bring up SRX.
Okay. Yeah, those are definitely ones to watch. But they're moving out of our weather coverage area.
Thinking back this morning, how Josh was able to quickly track the Mansfield tornado, how people were able to get that information. It's massive how far we've come in technology and ways to get warnings. Been watching old Storm Chaser episodes since 2009. You were on it.
Yeah, and I mean it's thanks to that training that we do, man. It's just been so amazing.
You ain't kidding, Amanda. Maybe the Colby effect is finally wearing off. Maybe the powers are not happening anymore.
The residue is gone.
Wind. Wow. Power outages showing 1,400 customers without power. Double whammy, intense lightning, intense winds. All right. Huge lightning and thunder towards MLK. We're seeing it. Okay, I appreciate it, Michael. I'll have to look at it, but now I got a show all the way from 9 to 10:30. So it's going to be tough to and I got to put together my show. So you know what? I got two wonderful meteorologists here. I'll let you guys take over as we begin to shut this down as I set up my show because I
Go ahead,
can't
set them
do
up.
anything else. It's all you, my man.
All right, still tracking some stronger storms. Peyton, a little bit of circulation.
Yeah.
You saying that?
Josh might be onto something. It's a little bit of broad circulation. It's pretty elevated. Beam. It's pretty high up there. What was that? 18,000 feet. Or no, 8,000 feet. Sorry. So yeah, some
That's
broad
pretty far away.
circulation.
Gonna have to watch it. Definitely.
That's the
Watch
spot
it
to
right out
watch.
of our coverage area.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later. But still, yeah, it's moving towards Western Grove, so gonna be watching that one. Peyton, why don't we zoom out and see the whole forecast area? See what's going on. Reflectivity,
Lots of lightning picking up.
a whole lot of lightning, and storms central Washington County. So
Cameras are just lighting up like strobe lights.
Wait, there's something to watch here actually.
Yeah, can we? Yeah, let's look at that. Look at that one spot there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I see it.
yeah.
That was on the leading edge. That's really ramping up.
Keep a close eye on that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well, Fort Smith went down.
Wait, what?
No, I don't know.
Wait, what? Did you switch products?
They're changing VCPs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Changing the volume coverage pattern and it shut it down.
Yeah, so they're gonna lose this last frame, but we'll get the next scan. I think they're changing
it
from
goes.
sales
There
to
it is.
MRLE.
Man, those winds are really ramping up. If you're in Winslow, get ready. It's knocking on your doorstep. St. Paul, Witter,
Mm-hmm.
those areas about to get some really strong winds.
Go back to reading activity here.
I'm going to go talk to Anna. Sorry. What question for you. What are we covering at the beginning of the news? Are we going to talk about, are you doing the tornado or are we covering what's happening now?
I mean, we're starting with video of
Mansfield?
and then
Uh-huh.
I toss to you. So I mean,
No.
you can.
Hey, can we go a little bit farther to the west here and look at those storms that are going on in eastern Oklahoma as well? Just wanted to
I'll do a slight recap of what happened.
Like, we're already moving on to round 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already
You got some-
halfway coming through.
Woo.
Yeah.
Lost Cartwright out in camera.
Believe that.
Camera's going down left and right, Josh.
Oh man, here we go. The collapse. They're
Yep.
falling.
Can I stop
Cameras
this
are
recording?
falling.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others?
Yeah. There's one more. That was for
Springdale.
Yeah.
Arkansas Children's. Okay.
Stop.
Yeah. We can look at those here. So I'm gonna do a 9-panel. We're gonna bring this up and we're gonna show nine cameras at the same time.
Yeah, Amanda. Would you guys agree that you think Fayetteville's starting to get out of the worst of this storm? I would say so.
Is Fayetteville out of the worst part for now?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty intense, but definitely think we might be out of the worst part.
Yeah.
So
So
Mitchell, you're getting that back edge of the storm now. That stratiform rain.
go to Aja.
It could get a little windy as we go throughout the rest of the evening behind that main line, which is not uncommon with these kind of setups. So just prepare for that. Yep, Pea Ridge and Garfield is in the clear. We're still going to have some stratiform rain, some stratiform lightning, maybe some gusty winds too on the back edge, similar to what Mitchell was talking about. But at least the main severe weather threat is southeast of your area.
Mm-hmm.
Bring up weather 3 if you can. What?
Bring weather 3.
Oh no, I'm not talking to you guys. Sorry.
Oh, I was like,
No, they can't bring up.
yeah, I was about to say I didn't see it either.
I was like, wait.
Oh, we lost Kessler. They're all going down, Josh.
My goodness. That is crazy. Matthew says, looks like the line is hanging up, extra rainfall. So, Matthew, what you're seeing is the stratiform rain behind the main line. So, if we zoom out just a little bit more there, look at all that rain, guys, on the back edge. That's going to continue as we go throughout the rest of the evening. And that can bring, you know, like we talked about, some stratiform lightning, cloud to ground lightning, gusty winds, and occasional heavy rainfall as well. So, that's why we're watching that flooding potential very closely as well.
Yeah, then like the most recent flash flood guidance is like 3 inches in 3 hours, 2 inches in 1 hour, and like 5 inches over 6 hours.
Yes. And Courtney, when that main line, where you're seeing those reds out ahead of on the very leading edge of the line, that's where the severe weather risk is going to be. Behind that, just more of regular rain with occasional lightning. But once that leading edge passes your area, the severe storm risk goes down dramatically.
Yeah. So you should be able to sleep easy later tonight.
South of Fayetteville, moving south. It's not an immediate tornado threat, but something to watch. Elevated rotation. That's what we were seeing just a moment ago, Peyton, that you were pointing it out. If we look at that storm relative velocity again, let's see what that latest scan looks like there. Yeah, definitely still something to watch.
100%.
So many warnings to cover.
No
I need
kidding.
to do that in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, no kidding, Jeff. I think the Fayetteville Fizzle and Colby effect is starting to die down quite a bit after these last few systems that have moved through.
Not that considerable storm anymore.
We did get some much needed rain, parts of northern Benton County and Madison County in a D1 drought.
Yeah, that's a good point, Peyton. Forgot
Yeah.
to mention that.
Yeah, much needed rainfall. But maybe we might get too much. Hopefully we don't see any flooding.
It's not up to you. It's up to Josh to be careful.
We do have that flood watch that's in effect. They just issued a new warning here. How's
So,
rolling?
Yeah, that's going to ramp up later tonight.
Yeah.
You need to keep an eye on these storms as they're moving southeast towards your area. I know Roland is where that where that damage to that Dollar General was. So the windows blown out. some pretty significant damage there from straight line winds.
Yep. That's coming that way.
Yeah. And those storms look a little bit more intense too that are moving southeast near Tahlequah.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to you guys for getting the timing right. They did drop the enhanced down to a level 2 slight, the Storm Prediction Center at 8 o'clock. You guys did great on the timing, though. Nailed it on this. Oh, they did extend that watch, too.
That's good.
It's a good idea.
Oh. Yeah, so Fort Smith gonna get slammed tonight. What would you say? Probably hour, 2 hours, less.
An hour. Yeah, about then, Peyton. Yeah.
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah.
Josh, you seen anything on the radar that looks sus?
I'm still watching that area just to the south of Fayetteville. Now, of course,
Yeah.
that could just be, it interacting with the outflow. Sometimes that can be the case. Sometimes it can be a false read. I do think that looks a little bit to me, and I don't know if you agree or not. I think those storms look a little bit more cold pool dominant that are going through Elkins, Prairie Grove, towards St. Paul. So
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Now, still strong winds. That's definitely still going to be a possibility. But I think the QLCS potential is a little bit greater west towards Stillwell, Tahlequah right now, at least in our weather coverage area.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was so cute.
But still, but you got that outflow still out ahead of those storms, so that lowers it quite a bit. So
Right. It looks like the Alpha is about to overtake this out here too.
Yeah.
This, however, while it may not be super strong, does seem a little more balanced.
It is a little bit more balanced. And
Yeah, I got you.
keep an eye on that in Jasper.
Yeah, promotions is a
And this is the Fort Smith radar, right?
looked up, I was like,
Yes.
It's tough that far out. Like you said, 8,000 feet up, it can be tough sometimes to spot, especially QLCS type events.
Yeah, right now it's 3,000 feet up.
So the 3-kilometer graph is not fast enough now. It's 9 o'clock. It's almost through Fayetteville. It is through Fayetteville. It's almost through South Washington County. It's 2 hours behind.
Whip, 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 whip.
So is the HRRR.
Trash.
It doesn't show a whole lot. It shows a little bit of storm activity behind it. So here's what I'm going to do. Just because it is so far off, I'm going to advance it a little bit. There we go. Has a little bit of isolated development after midnight. And then, well,
I
there's
mean,
just too much energy.
I buy it. There's energy that's still behind it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, there is.
I think
All right. So I'm going to go weather 1 and then weather 3 and then back to weather 1. Weather 1, weather 3, weather 1. Well, this is after Anna pitches to me.
All right.
Zach, that lightning video, man.
That was like the one I had from Port
Hey.
A. You
Yeah. You should see that, Josh. Are you going to post that on social media?
Yeah, you should post that.
Post it.
It's probably like, it's not what you want to do in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Doesn't want to set a bad example.
Okay, guys.
Weather 3, weather 1, right?
Yeah, stand by. We'll do the beginning of the newscast briefly, and then we'll shut it down. So stand by here. Yep. Audio line.
fifth meteorologist right here. She's just chilling right now. She loves the storms. She was out and about in them. I think they're getting everything set up in there right now, so I'm just kind of filling the time with Harper.
That I can't get out of my driveway. I have water surrounding my home, but it's not in my home.
Tonight on Fox 24 News at 9, parts of the River Valley are cleaning up after another round of storms. Find out when the next round is set to arrive. Plus, a Central Arkansas child is back home tonight after being at the center of a statewide Amber Alert. See the moment she was reunited with her family. And the Biden administration is set to eliminate nearly $40 billion in student loan debt. Find out why coming up next as your news starts right now.
Taking you further. This is Fox 24 News at 9.
Parts of Sebastian County dealing with a lot of damage right now after a confirmed EF1 tornado moved through the area. Take a look at this video on your screen right now showing some of the damage in Mansfield that was left behind overnight. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Anna Darling. All of this as another round of storms is moving through the region right now. Our chief meteorologist, Dan Scoff, and our Weather Authority team have been following this all day. Dan, what's the latest on what we're seeing out there?
Yeah, latest is we've got a lot of thunderstorms moving already through northwest Arkansas, more on the way to the River Valley, but you're going to be talking about this Mansfield tornado. So I wanted to give you just a quick update as we continue to get more information coming out of this confirmed EF1 tornado in Sebastian County. There's the city of Mansfield going through the western side of Mansfield and then tracking its way to the south. Path length was about 3 miles. We will get all the official information, may have already come in, but we've been so busy tracking other storms. We'll continue to let you know about that. That was at 4:05. We've got Josh Rugger, who has been on this weather live as we've been covering that. We are still streaming initially right now, this weather coverage, but you can see on Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler, there's all the thunderstorms that have already moved through northwest Arkansas. River Valley, get ready because there's more storms rolling in. We got a lot of warnings to cover. I'll go through that, and then we'll take you through the rest of your forecast coming up in the Fox 20 forecast in just a bit. But there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Newton County for about another 13 minutes or so. Another severe thunderstorm warning that's about to expire here in 13 minutes, and that is for Carroll and Madison County. Another severe thunderstorm warning that's in eastern Washington County, Madison County. That goes until 9:30. And finally, one last severe thunderstorm warning that used to be considerable, but it is strengthening. It's working its way into western Sequoia County. That goes until 9:15. So we're about to hear the weather radio going off a lot more, and that's because more warnings are likely going to be issued as this line works its way southward. So as you can see on live radar, a lot more energy on the way in. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch for northwest Arkansas until midnight. There will be some counties that get cropped out probably during this Fox 24 News at 9 newscast. New severe thunderstorm watch, though, has been issued, and that goes until 2 a.m. for the River Valley. So a long night, an early morning. We're continuing to track it, keeping up with the latest. And I will say this, the storm activity will be winding down as we head throughout the overnight hours, but still some lingering storms popping up here and there. So active, Anna, so much going on, but we're tracking it all, and we've got more information, too, on that. Some drone video from a good friend of mine coming up in just a bit in the Fox 20 forecast.
Dan, thank you guys so much for staying on top of these storms. We appreciate it. The city of Fort Smith is running a special service for storm damage debris pickup. Starting today, you can call the numbers you see on your screen right now for free debris pickup. The services will run through Friday, July 28th. You should have all debris near the curb or roadside so crews can access it easily. And thousands are still without power in Sebastian County right now. This is from poweroutage.us. It's reporting more than 3,500 power outages right now. These are all OG&E customers. The company says 550 people are working to restore power in the county, but it did not give an expected time for the power to be back on. And Sebastian County was not the only place that suffered damage, as parts of Oklahoma are also dealing with it as well. This is video from Roland, Oklahoma. You can see downed trees and damaged buildings. So far, thankfully, there have been no reports of injuries in either Oklahoma or Arkansas. Now, developing news out of Fort Smith, police say a person has been found dead at Creekmore Park. Police say a cause of death is not known at this point. However, they also say they do not suspect foul play. At this time, we will continue to follow the story and update you as we learn more. And staying in Fort Smith, where police need your help finding this woman. They say Melissa Chambers walked away from Baptist Health sometime this morning. She has not been heard from since. If you know where she is, please call Fort Smith Police. We have that number on your screen right now. The statewide Amber Alert is over, and a North Little Rock family is dancing for joy tonight after nearly 24 hours of fear and worry as the search for a missing 4-year-old has come to an end. Gary Burton Jr. brings us to the moment the family came back together.
Gone for nearly 24 hours, 4-year-old Iviana Jordan was missed by her family, and she missed dance practice.
But I still know the dance.
And she couldn't wait to show the routine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on,
you guys.
All right, everyone. Love that information about the Amber Alert being lifted. Love that story. If you can't watch Fox 24 News at 9 because of DirecTV, ATT, sorry about that. It's out of our control. But we're going to shut down this Facebook Live. We'll continue to watch it. Josh, thanks for your help. We'll be monitoring the storms. Peyton, Zach, Josh, and I, we're continuing to watch everything that's going on.
You guys continue to dominate. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
you got a great weather team. Just absolutely amazing.
Appreciate it, guys. We'll take care, and we'll see you guys later, all right?